Gossip at the Corpse Cart contains graphic and explicit content that may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome back to Gossip at the Corpse Cart, where Amanda and I talk about shit you might have seen on your timeline, on your news feed, on your FYP.
And DM'd to us in abundance.
In abundance. And we have an incredibly special, fun guest today from basically social media, the online world, the internets.
Queen of the internet.
Carter from the Hellicity Merriman account.
Yes,
the American Girl Dolls account.
Yes, we do. Welcome to the stage, Carter. And thank you for your service.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored. This is very surreal. I know for your audio listeners are not able to see, but I do have some American Girl dolls behind me. They came out of storage for this. So yeah, very excited to be here and be with you all for Corpse Cart.
Yeah, so for those who don't immediately connect what the fuck we're talking about,
aren't chronically online in a very specific
talk about
corner of the internet.
Now viral and iconic kind of infamous Instagram account.
Yeah, so my best friend Barrett and we started an Instagram meme account back in 2022. It was a bit of a pandemic project, a bit of a I drank too many glasses of wine project.
Sounds like us.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. We were all looking for like ways to occupy our time back then.
From the loins of desperation birthed the dreams of America.
Mm-hmm. Truly, I mean, like the creative juices were flowing. I needed an outlet, and Barrett and I were sending these memes back and forth. We were seeing a lot originally on the Instagram account, clitoridge. I will give a shout out. Love clit. I love clit.
Which is a play on Kit Kittredge, the American Girl doll from the 20s.
American Girl doll. And so we just really loved these American Girl memes. When we first met in 2017, Barrett and I first bonded over American Girl dolls and the ones that we had growing up. And so we just started making our own memes, and a couple glasses of wine later decided to make an account. Truly never thought it would go anywhere. But it has really kind of snowballed. A few months after the account was created was when the Dobbs decision came out and Roe Wade was overturned. We made a little snarky post about that. And
that's when you guys got fucking furious.
Yeah. And so it has kind of turned into an ongoing project of just kind of like creative release, but also just a way for us to like maintain our friendship, stay connected, be silly together, talk about our love for American Girl dolls, and also just like how shitty it is to be an American girl right now. And we both have backgrounds in progressive politics, so also kind of using the platform that we have to try to say some good stuff.
Well, I can't lie. I have actually gotten some breaking news from your account delivered to me as an American Girl meme. The amount of times I've stumbled upon things on your account and then had to run to Google and be like, fuck, I'm learning about this from, Addie right now in meme format on Instagram.
Yeah.
When the caption says, like, be honest, is this how you're finding out about this?
99% of the time I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one we did was when the Queen died, and I
think I found out.
That's how I found out.
Yeah, and I swear, like Barrett, Barrett lives in DC. She's like even more connected in like the political sphere than I am, and I swear she must be in some like top secret clearance group chat because she finds out before like AP knows. I mean,
your account is like WikiLeaks, but it's American Girls, so the government doesn't take it seriously enough to shut it down.
And so she always gets these tidbits, and so she'll text me and be like, check the account in 2 minutes, and I'm like, who died? Like, who I find out when
which
you all
gay
find out.
icon is dead now.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I'm hoping for some iconic breaking death news to be delivered to me by American Girl basically every day, and it never seems to be the death I want. So
It never is.
Yep, and that's, I'm just going to keep that nice and vague so that we can keep our jobs.
Yeah,
You all
I have
know.
there are some drafts. I'll say that. There are some drafts. There are
Oh
drafts.
my God. I would fucking kill to see some of those drafts. I'd sign so many NDAs. It's okay. You don't have to show them to me. I'm just saying the people would pay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know which historical figure is going to deliver the big one.
I'm obsessed. Well, we're thrilled to have you. Thank you for taking time out of your life and gracing us with your goofy presence, because what a weird, whimsical, fun thing that taps into your own political leanings, your own special interests, and, tries to find a way to maybe spread some information, maybe soften some hearts and minds through the iconic whimsy of American Girl.
Yeah,
How
I
fun.
did. I wanted to ask, did you all have the dolls? And there's a Minnesota connection, right? So was there some Kirsten?
Yeah,
Larson?
so
Okay.
I was very into American Girl, as was my sister, although I didn't treat my dolls well.
With the reverence they
With the
deserved.
reverence they deserve. However, my sister did and kept every tiny piece of every tea set. But, we were two suburban girls. So in the 90s, it was that was the gift among affluent families. So our grandparents, I think our parents got us the dolls themselves. And then every birthday, every Christmas, our grandparents would just get us all these fucking accessories. So between us, we had Addie, Kirsten, Josefina, and Samantha.
Okay.
And almost all of the trappings. But Samantha's hair is real busted. I think my sister was able to clean her up and gift her to one of her daughters now. But Josefina would need professional repair. She is unfortunately an amputee. Her leg is has been removed. And actually, that Blortney was involved in that altercation in the basement of my house in 2001.
Oh my God.
But yes, the dolls are now in the hands of my nieces. So super fun.
Yeah,
I love that.
I wasn't a doll girl really growing up, but I definitely read the books because they had them in our school library for some
It's
reason.
wild to me that you were not a doll girl, because playing pretend with dolls that could be really good dead bodies is key to a 90s upbringing.
Well, I had a little sister for that.
Oh, I was the little sister, so I had to use the dolls.
Exactly.
Wow. Something just clicked.
I definitely played dress up with my sister, but like dark dress up. Okay,
yeah.
you're a hooker, I'm your pimp, you owe me $200.
Yikes.
We have that one on video.
Not the terminology that we use anymore.
Well,
Very outdated, but it was
I
the
know.
90s.
it was the 90s.
It was a
And I had a
problematic time.
camcorder and no
Yeah.
shame.
Oh, yeah, no, it's true. What about you? I mean, I'm assuming what dolls did you have?
I had Felicity, which my parents, it didn't take much for them to pick Felicity. They're she's from Virginia and she's a redhead, and I'm from Virginia and I'm a redhead. So they thought perfect. And then I had Lindsay, which was the first ever girl of the year. She has short hair. She's kind of giving lesbian, and her whole thing is
Wow.
camping.
Oh.
And she had s'mores, I think.
And a Subaru.
Yeah, no, Lindsay would absolutely drive
That
a
was
Subaru,
before my
but-
time, because when I got Josefina, she was the brand new doll. So you must be younger than me.
Of course she is. She's way fucking cooler than us.
Oh yeah, no. You're
Oh,
right.
no. I'm 31.
Okay.
I think
Not painfully younger than me, but definitely younger.
okay, little bit.
I'm 37. We're not that far
Okay.
apart in age.
No, not at all. I truly for a lot of my life, the only thing I knew about Minnesota, I knew from American Girl.
Yeah, because Kirsten, the Swedish doll, we had her with the braids, and Minnesota and Minneapolis has the largest population of Swedish, Norwegian, Nordic
Those candle heads.
people in like basically outside of those countries in the entire fucking world. So she was like, I was in my Santa Lucia pageant as a kid. I was too young to be Santa Lucia, but my sister was Santa Lucia and my mom made the costumes, and there's a lot of inspiration from Kirsten. So she has, there's photos of her somewhere in her Santa Lucia costume with her crown of candles, holding Kirsten with like the braids, with her crown of candles in her Santa Lucia dress. It's like the whitest fucking shit.
Unbelievable.
I mean, let me tell you, I was a tumtar, which is like a little gnome that's mischievous, and I had a little song, and I don't remember it, but it was all in Swedish, so we had to sing everything in Swedish.
See, it was like, that is what I knew, and then cholera.
Oh,
from
probably.
Those stories.
Yeah.
It's like, Minnesota is
very
dark.
Minnesota.
And then I went to Minnesota for the first time in 2019. I had one of the best weekends of my life. It turned me around. I realized it wasn't just...
Well, what time of year did you come by?
It was fall. I actually was there. I took my dad to a Jonas Brothers concert.
Hell yeah. Your dad's a big Jonas head? He's jonesing for Jonas?
My dad's a big me head. And so I was like, I wanted to I had 2 tickets, wanted to bring a date. I thought, let's meet. I was living in Las Vegas at the time. Let's meet in Minneapolis. I'd never been. I wanted to go. Beautiful. Had like the best weekend. We drove our bikes around. We had a great time at the concert. They were pit tickets. My dad had a blast. They wouldn't stop looking at him. The Jonas Brothers were obsessed with my dad. I was obsessed with Minneapolis. I think about it all the time. I've been like excited to talk about my love for Minneapolis. So,
well, you're welcome here any
out.
time. And the fall is a great time to come. It really is really nice in like October, November. Now that climate change has shifted all of our seasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's currently raining here in beautiful Des Moines, Iowa, and it's going to turn into a blizzard overnight.
Love
and
that.
we also have a high wind warning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like my weather app is just 3 alerts on top of each other, like warnings.
3 alerts stacked in a trench coat.
There we go.
God bless it. Well, Minnesota loves you back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, should we get started with some funny headlines from Amanda?
We should.
Let's do that.
First, when I was actually emailing Carter the link to join us here on Riverside, where we are recording this episode, I saw an email in our inbox that was not included in my GACs, and it is not a headline, but I loved it. And you know that I've kind of been, I haven't posted one in a while, but for a little bit I was posting my like unhinged Facebook marketplace finds on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh my God, I saw this.
So we got an email from Annie, and I'm not going to say your last name just in case, because you didn't give us permission to give your full name, but you also didn't say not to. So I'm going to compromise with just saying Annie sent this in. It says, "Hi, gals and crew. I found this on my FB Marketplace. I thought immediately of the show and had to share. Thanks for all the laughs on long car rides, Annie." So you can look at the drive, and I'll include these for, the blog, social media, wherever we're going to put it. And you will see a couple of screenshots from a listing that reads, 3 Gypsy Rose Blanchard prison letters, postmarked 2017. Very rare and hard to come by. Been collecting true crime for several years and have only seen 2 letters come up for sale. Mostly love letters with a little bit of spicy content. All 3 have water damage. Now, I'd like to point out, if you look at the photos of the letters, they look like they were just fished out of a bathtub. They look soaked. All 3 have water damage, but still legible, and the envelopes are in decent shape. The price for all 3 reflects the water damage. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for looking. They are listed for $500.
Someone's going to snatch those up, though.
Someone's going to snatch those up. But it made me think of that, like, not as good Museum of Death that had a whole exhibit for John Wayne Gacy, and it was mostly just his letters. And I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to look at these.
It's the one in Hollywood.
Why am I in here? Yuck. So
why are you in there?
I mean,
because I dragged you.
No, it's true. I mostly hope that someone who's listening to this bought them and then can maybe DM me and explain why. and let me know like how you felt about what you spent, if you felt that they were sufficiently valued, what you're doing with them. And I just have, these are my questions. So, you know, internet, do your thing. Find the person who bought these and get them in touch with me because I'm extraordinarily curious.
Can I just say the fact that the letter in the picture starts off, "Hey, untamed wild man."
Yep.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yep.
She also has the check yes or no boxes. To
Will you
some
be my
question.
boyfriend? Click yes or no. It's brilliant. It's poetry. So, you know, maybe that's why you were so moved to purchase the $500 letters. I want to know. I want to know what is behind that choice. Okay, so now I have actual headlines.
She's chewing him out in this letter.
Also $500 letters, and you're basically like giving the feet pics away for free. Like, girl, what are you doing? She posted a lot of the letter.
Yeah, she wrote, part of it is possession of a controlled sub. Nick, what the fuck? And it's one inmate writing to another inmate, according
Brilliant.
to the envelope.
Yep. Well, wasn't she with Nicholas? Isn't Nicholas who actually carried out
Yeah.
the act?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are between her letters to him. Very interesting. I don't know. Everybody has their niche collectible. For some, it's American Girls. For some, it's prison letters of
Correspondence.
wet
letters.
famous true crime subjects.
Yeah.
To each their own. Okay. There's not a lot of theme. There are definitely some good animal moments in here, but I just think the collective theme globally is we are not well. No one's doing great, including this poor chap. And I would like to file this under things I have done during a depressive episode. So the headline comes from Western Mass News. So it was reported in Western Mass, as in Massachusetts, but the story actually takes place in Nebraska. So this was a really big deal, I guess.
Way Western.
In Western Massachusetts, yeah. The headline reads, Wildlife Rehab Center says opossum ate an entire Costco chocolate cake. Attaboy. And there's a photo of him on the drive, and he's just like screeching and drooling. Poor buddy.
So cute. He's so
All
cute.
possums are boys. That's how I feel about it. So out of Omaha, Nebraska, have you ever felt the urge to eat an entire chocolate cake? Yes. An opossum in Nebraska felt the same way. In a Facebook post from Nebraska Wildlife Rehab, staffers said an opossum was admitted Monday after reportedly, quote, devouring an entire Costco chocolate cake.
Oh, he had a bellyache.
A clinic note said the opossum was panting a lot, however mobile and alert. There's a picture of the note on the drive too. Fortunately, with some time in rehab and a diet reset, the animal could be stabilized enough to return to the wild. Until then, this is a quote, she is definitely a little cranky about our strict zero chocolate policy, said the nonprofit. Facebook commenters wished the animal well, but said her chocolate-loving antics were relatable. Quote, she's so real for that, one person wrote. Quote, we've all
She's
been there,
panting
girl.
a lot, but she's mobile.
But she's mobile and alert. We've all been that girl, another said. Nebraska Wildlife Rehab's mission is to rehabilitate wildlife and migratory birds for return to the wild, preserve and restore native habitats, and educate people about the importance of wildlife and ecosystems through projects and activities. So if you want to support their work, you can check them out. But yeah, they fixed up this gal. She had her cake and probably had to puke it too. And then they sent her on her way. So I hope she's doing all right. God bless her.
Good for her.
This next headline is like an archaeological find. And as I was reading it, I couldn't stop thinking about Dorit on Beverly Hills when she did the Buca de Beppo like party room remodel and was so hype about it.
With all the lemons.
Yeah.
The mural on the ceiling.
It was like really tragic and hilarious. And so this is a historical discovery. And like people were super jazzed about it, but it turns out it might actually just be kind of an ancient version of Dorit's Buca de Beppo remodel.
Oh my God. Carter, are you familiar with Real Housewives, the Real Housewives world?
I'm not, I grew up without TV and I'm like still catching up. So I have never, no, I'm not. My parents wanted me to like dig holes. And so I did that. And I'm still kind of catching up. I've heard great things.
Yeah, it's a weird situation. So this is from IFL Science. Raunchy paintings show a wine-glugging cult of wild women at Pompeii. The Frieses.
Is this fucking play about us?
Is this fucking play about us? Are over 2,000 years old, but still gloriously vivid. So, newly discovered frescoes unearthed at Pompeii reveal glimpses of a wine-fueled cult that embraced the wild, untamable side of women. The Pompeii Archaeological Park recently announced the discovery of a large-scale frieze that covers 3 walls of a banquet hall dated to 40-30 BCE. It depicts the initiation rites for a cult dedicated to Dionysus, the ancient Greek god associated with wine, festivity, merriment, and many kinds of madness.
Oh.
True to the spirit of this god, the scene is a whirlwind of revelry and mayhem. And there are some photos on the drive. I'm going to add some more because it's pretty cool. But this is not a penis-heavy decoration situation or art situation for these ladies. There's definitely the male form, but it's a lot of gals dancing around with their booties and tooties out, and I'm obsessed. So the painting captures a wild procession of Dionysus in a vivid dance of ecstasy and ritual. Female followers of the god, called bacchanals, like a bacchanal, are pictured dancing alongside hunters who carry slaughtered goats on their shoulders and clutch swords and animal entrails in their hands.
Yum.
A mythical half-man, half-beast with pointed ears, called a satyr, plays the flute, while another pours a stream of wine over his shoulder into another cup. He's doing bar tricks, playing the flute, they're dancing. At the heart of the scene, a mortal woman stands next to an aged follower of Dionysus, holding a torch as if she is about to be initiated into the mysteries of Dionysus, the god who dies and is reborn, promising the same to his devotees. So, cult shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then, they give science stuff about what it means and blah, 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 dancing. It's fine. In short, quote, the opposite of the pretty woman who emulates Venus, goddess of love and marriage, the woman who looks at herself in the mirror, who makes herself beautiful, is like who they're picturing here. So that brings me to my favorite photo that's in the drive of paint at Pompeii. And look at the woman's face, who is the opposite of Venus, like the opposite of the goddess of beauty. And she is me. She is me. She's doing like head pressed back, huge eyes, like no chin into neck.
Yes.
Her hair is wild. I can't tell.
I woke up like this.
Yeah. I can't tell if this is the front of her or if she's looking over her shoulder and her head is just turned like all the way around because she has like no boob or butt contour at all.
I think she's twirling.
I'm obsessed with her. Her face. Zoom in on it.
I'll join her cult.
I know. I'm fucking in.
Cult of 3 chins.
I'm in love with her. Okay, so while this is a rich, like, mythological, historical significance find, the archaeologists note that the painting also served a rather humdrum role. Just like life in the 21st century, things were not always deep, heavy, and meaningful. Preach. Quote, they are frescoes with a profoundly religious meaning, but here they had the function of adorning spaces for banquets and parties, a bit like when we find a copy of Michelangelo's creation of Adam on the wall in an Italian restaurant in New York to create a bit of atmosphere. I was like, it's Dorit.
Yes.
This is like the ancient Greek version of Dorit designing the banquet room at Buca di Beppo.
They're fake lemons.
Yes. Behind these wonderful paintings with their play with illusion and reality, we can see the signs of a religious crisis that was affecting the ancient world, but we can also grasp the greatness of a ritual that dates back to an archaic world, at least until the second millennium BCE, to the Dionysus of Mycenaean?
Yes.
And Cretan people? I'm so sorry. Who was also called Zagorus, Lord of Wild Animals. So it's like, of course, all of their party themes are also going to be rooted in like deeply mythological, religious influence, because that was the art of the time. But this was like just a nice restaurant with like cute stuff on the walls.
It was a venue.
I just find that so fascinating. Like ancient Pompeians, they're just like us.
Someday they're gonna unearth like an Applebee's.
I'm telling you,
like this rusty old car sign.
Yeah, and abandoned Chili's under like feet thick of ash deposit and like. So yeah, Pompeii was destroyed in 79 CE when the nearby volcano Mount Vesuvius erupted, killing thousands of people in the city and nearby settlements. Though catastrophic, the unique conditions of the eruption helped to preserve the ancient settlements for centuries, giving modern researchers an extraordinarily clear window into daily life in ancient Rome. It is pretty fucking wild that we're also like still uncovering stuff that we haven't found yet.
Did you know they'd
Yeah.
discovered that site in like the 1400s or something like that? 1500s? Does that sound right, Carter? You've been there.
Oh gosh, it's been so long now.
You're an expert on Pompeii.
I'm an expert. No, it is remarkable that they're still uncovering things, and it's huge. I mean, I just remember thinking like I was there all day and I didn't see half of it, and that there were even like multi-story things that were still, I guess, because of the ash and the preservation properties. But
Yeah.
That's so cool.
yeah,
We didn't go to Pompeii, but Rome had a similar feel to that whole, like, you're looking at this shit that's now many stories almost below where you're standing at the current street level, but then you can look down at the old street level with, like, remnants of apartments that people lived in, like, when Jesus was, like, alive and walking around there. Like, the fuck?
the like juxtaposition too of these
like
old cities,
a Cricket Wireless in like a strip mall right next to the Coliseum. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Did you guys see those pictures of like the pyramids and there's just like the McDonald's?
Yep.
Yes.
Like that. I feel like that with the Coliseum. So
it is wild because we see all
unsettling.
these photos of the pyramids even in modern day, and they like intentionally frame them us facing a specific way so that you don't see just the modern city that's right there. Right there. Like there like is a McDonald's that like overlooks the pyramids. Like you can sit and have your McDouble.
Yeah.
And look at the fucking pyramid. It's so weird.
When Amanda and I went to Rome this past November, and it was right when the new Gladiator movie was coming out.
'Twas.
So was it Netflix or whatever? Some huge corporation was auctioning off. You could buy a 12-hour Gladiator experience in the Coliseum. They had a sectioned off place where you could just like play with a sword.
Oh, weird.
And, like, eat a meal. Don't you remember that?
I didn't
Our tour
see
guide
that.
was talking about that. And the people in Rome were like pissed. And also like when you learn about all of the blood that was spilled at the Colosseum over the years, and it's like, this is obscene.
It's pretty wild shit.
Yeah.
Was Paul Mescal there?
I wish.
You mean Pedro Pascal?
Both.
That's the only one I'd track.
That would make it okay. No.
That would make it fine. Okay, this is a discovery of a different sort and a drag race worthy wig reveal for the ages.
Oh my God.
So this is from thehyperhive.com. Man caught smuggling $10,000 worth of cocaine under his wig. So this is obviously a drug smuggling situation, but the photos are wild, and the reason they discovered it is so obvious and funny. So he's Colombian and he's heading to Spain, and they caught him in Colombia, like before he even got on the plane, like going through security.
It's a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. Airport security officials in Colombia have seen their fair share of smuggling attempts, but a recent case at Bogota's El Dorado International Airport has left many stunned. A man was caught trying to transport cocaine in a highly unusual way by hiding it under his wig. It's not a very good wig. The passenger, whose identity has not been disclosed, was preparing to board a flight to Spain when authorities noticed something strange about his hairstyle. His wig appeared unusually high on his head, raising suspicions among airport security staff. So it's like there's too much forehead and it has like a cone. They're like, this looks sus. Sir, we need to check your wig. Sir, your wig.
That's worse than a bad wig.
Upon closer inspection, officials discovered a suspicious package hidden underneath. And the cocaine is in like these, they look like urinal cake pellets. So it just looks like a wig full of urinal cakes.
They might be wrapped up in condoms.
Yeah, probably. They're something that
like
makes
round,
them look
disc shaped.
Like a disc, yeah.
They look like Baby Bell cheeses.
Oh, they kind of do. Unwrapped Baby Bells. What if that's what he was really smuggling? Worth the smuggle.
Yes.
After conducting a search, police found that the man had secured a plastic-wrapped package containing approximately 500 grams, which is over a pound, of cocaine directly onto his scalp, applied directly to the forehead. The drugs had an estimated street value of around 33 grand. Authorities confirmed that the package was tightly attached to his head, and the wig was used as a cover to make it seem like an ordinary hairstyle. But baby, it was anything but ordinary.
Oh my God.
He was detained, and, you know, what happens from there, we do not know. But there is increased security at airports, especially in these areas, as they have encountered an increase in issues with smuggling. So, you know, just don't rely on the wig trick. It's not gonna work. Okay, you're gonna get arrested.
That old chestnut.
Yeah, your wig full of cocaine. There's a picture on the drive of the wig just on a table upside down, just full of cocaine urinal cakes. It's like the saddest thing I've ever seen.
It looks like an upside down like porcupine.
It's shocking to witness. So just think twice the next time you try to smuggle anything illegal in your wig. Yeah. Okay?
Put it in your butthole like a normal person.
Yeah. Like a brave human.
Nature's pocket.
Nature's pocket. Okay, I have one more for you. There are a lot of reasons that folks are wary of flying these days, but this has me wanting to hop on a plane fucking immediately. All right? So this is from The Independent, and the headline reads, "Plane grounded for 4 days after 132 hamsters escape on board a Lisbon flight."
How many?
132.
Why?
Whoa.
We'll get to it.
That's a full
no,
flight.
They were in the cargo hold? Those poor...
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
So a TAP Air Portugal plane was grounded for 4 days after over 130 hamsters broke loose inside the cargo hold and ran riot as they evaded capture from airport staff.
Oh.
The rodent escapees had been on a passenger flight from Lisbon to Ponta Delgada in São Miguel Island, part of the Portuguese Azores, on Wednesday, November 13th, and were due to be delivered to a pet store along with ferrets and caged birds. So there were also birds and ferrets, but they didn't get out.
Oh my God, chaos.
Pure chaos. When airport staff at Ponta Delgada Airport started to unload the pet transport boxes from the plane, they realized that the ones meant to contain the hamsters were damaged and empty. The plane reportedly had to be grounded for safety reasons while staff got to work to try to find all 132 hamsters, and it took them the full 4 days to find them all. They had to account for all of them. It took airport staff several days to spot and catch all the hamsters that were hiding and scurrying around the cargo hold, with the remaining 16 finally caught by Sunday. So they're all caught. They're all fine.
Imagine having to being an airport worker and having to work overtime and find a babysitter because you have to be at work to catch hamsters.
Find hamsters on a plane. Hamps on a plane.
Hamps on a plane.
Images posted by the Portuguese newspaper showed a person pinching a hamster by the scruff of the neck in what appears to be the cabin, as well as another person in gloves holding a hamster. So they had like gotten out of the cargo hold at this point. I mean, they're in there for 4 days. They're chewing their way
all over the plane. There's so many nooks and crannies on a plane.
They're scrounging. They're pooping.
Oh.
They're making their way. They want to get to Spain.
Each other.
Don't. We didn't lose any, I don't think. Once all hamsters had been caught, the Airbus A321neo, okay, I don't know, some airplane enthusiast is going to be stoked that I read that. I don't know what that means. Made the journey back to Lisbon on a ferry flight, meaning no passengers were on board. A flight from Ponta Delgada landed in Lisbon, where their headquarters are located, on Saturday at 1:30 p.m. after a 2-hour flight over the Atlantic Ocean without fault. So the hamsters didn't irrevocably damage anything. Everyone's fine, okay? You don't have to be scared.
It's just so many hamsters.
Air Portugal will reportedly now undergo in-depth checks on the aircraft to make sure that no serious damage was caused by the hamsters. It sounds like they did that. The incident comes a week after, this is funny, and this article, the photos wouldn't load, so I had to grab hamster photos from a different article that I also sourced in my notes, but I wish I had access to the photos of this, because this article goes on to say that, like, this hamster thing just happened weeks after passengers on a flight from Los Angeles were shocked by an apparent stowaway as well. There's a viral video that was posted in October that has gained over 3 million views across TikTok and Instagram, where one passenger captured the moment that a silhouette of what appears to be a type of rodent or possum was crawling about inside a light fixture in the cabin ceiling on board the plane. And they didn't like say in the post what the airline was, but social media commenters and other outlets could clock that it was Spirit Airlines because the whole inside is like the yellow color scheme.
Oh, yuck.
So it's like, of course, Spirit Airlines has a possum in the skylight, the ceiling light of their plane.
Was it that big?
I mean,
Possum
this says
size?
rodent or possum. So it had to be either a really big rodent or a really small possum. I don't know.
It's a rat. It's a fucking rat.
Probably. The airline said they were, quote, aware of the video and are taking steps to address this matter. Yep. Apparently, rodents on flights is not a new thing. Another airline allegedly found a rodent hiding in an in-flight meal in September. A Scandinavian Airlines flight from the Norwegian capital Oslo to Malaga in the south of Spain was diverted to Copenhagen after a live mouse leapt out of a meal. Anywhere there's food and small spaces, you're gonna find a mouse, baby, even on your planes.
Leapt out of a meal.
Yep. Just
They had
can
to
you
turn
imagine?
the plane around?
You're in first class. Oh yeah, they had to. I guess they had to divert it. So they had
By
to
the
just.
time you land,
they didn't turn around, but
everyone's
it's like,
going to be over it anyway.
Are they? I don't know that I would be. I'm finally upgraded to first class, and I sit down and I lift the foil off my little in-flight meal, and a mouse jumps at my face. No, divert me to Copenhagen immediately.
There's never been a better time to fly.
Truly. So those are my headlines for this month. Thank you, everybody, for sending in this like absolutely fucking unhinged smattering. We learned some things. We got a Gypsy Rose update.
Yep.
Kind of.
A wet one.
We got some cute animals. We got another reason not to leave your house. Certainly not to get on a plane. And we got chocolate cake. What more do you want from me? But if you want to send in a headline, you can go to our website, wineandcrimepodcast.com. And on our contact us page, there's this cute little drop-down menu where you can pick funny headlines and send them away. All right, should we take a quick break to hear a word from our sponsors and then come back and get into the Coven confessions?
I think that's a great idea.
Let's do it. Your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. If you're waking up too hot, too cold, this happens to me throughout the night without help. And if that is happening to you, I highly recommend that you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets, because Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and they use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating, so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. You're not going to wake up in a pool of sweat.
That's the dream, isn't it? So, like Amanda said, this silver that's infused with these sheets prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth. Gross. Leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors.
Yep.
No more just kind of icky, dirty sheet feel.
Stanky sheets.
Just reminds you of college.
Yeah.
Using silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermal regulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, no matter whether it's cold or hot outside. So you get better sleep every single night. And if you were grossed out by the bacteria, yeah, you're sleeping on that stuff with regular sheets. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. I get so excited when my Miracle sheets come through the laundry cycle. They're my favorite sheets. They're so comfy.
They're great. So upgrade your sleep this year. Go to trymiracle.com/gals to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code GALS at checkout, you'll get a free 3-piece towel set and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle. Go to trymiracle.com/gals and use the code GALS to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/gals to treat yourself. And thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. This episode is brought to you by IQ Bar, our exclusive snack sponsor. IQ Bar is the better-for-you plant protein-based snacks made with brain-boosting nutrients to refuel, nourish, and satisfy hunger without the sugar crash.
Yeah, IQ Bar is totally free from gluten, dairy, soy, GMOs, and artificial sweeteners for a natural, anytime snack. You don't need to feel guilty about it. You don't need to kind of anticipate a bellyache. You know what I mean? They also have so many delicious flavors, including mint chocolate chip. Oh, chocolate sea salt. That's my jam. Banana nut, maybe for a little more earlier in the day. Toasted coconut chip, lemon blueberry, and peanut butter chip.
So good.
With over 20,000 5-star reviews and counting, more people than ever are starting their days on the right foot with IQ Bar's brain and body boosting bars, hydration mixes, and mushroom coffees.
I love their products so much, and the fact that they don't dump a bunch of sugar into all of their bars, their mixes, their mushroom coffees. Like, I could reach for this in the morning and not have it totally spike and ruin my blood sugar for the rest of the day. It's such a relief. And right now, IQ Bar is offering our special podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus get free shipping. To get your 20% off, text GALS to 64,000. Text GALS to 64,000. That's GALS to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details. Spring is in the air, babes. And you know what's not in the air at our house? Litter box stank. That you know the stank. Even if you're not a cat owner, you know the stank of a litter box.
You know what cat urine smells like.
Baby, we all know. And I can avoid that stank because we use Pretty Litter in our house. Our cats love it, and we love it because it obliterates odors so we can enjoy all of the wonderful scents of spring without the not-so-great scents of cat.
Yeah, there are natural odors that smell good and ones that don't smell good. So Pretty Litter addresses the latter. Pretty Litter's non-clumping formula traps odor and moisture. It's ultra-absorbent, it's lightweight, low dust, and one 6-pound bag works for up to a month. If I lived in an apartment again, this would be a game changer.
Seriously.
And Pretty Litter gives me peace of mind because it's pretty much magic. It changes color to indicate early signs of potential illnesses in my kitties, like urinary tract infections, kidney issues, which we know affects cats a lot, and more. Since Pretty Litter ships for free straight to my door, I never run out. I don't have huge kitty litter, plastic buckets taking up space.
Lugging the litter is a crime. It's the worst.
It is the worst. This comes straight to your door. You don't have to get it in the car. You don't have to go out in the cold. You know how we don't like to leave our houses.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and it really just traps that odor. It makes scooping very easy, and It's changed the litter game in our household.
We've definitely used a lot of different litters over the years, and this has been our hands down favorite, and we have not strayed from it in several years now. Like, we love this litter. So Pretty Litter helps keep my house smelling fresh and clean. Try it and you'll love it. Go to prettylitter.com/gals to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. That's prettylitter.com/gals to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/gals. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
All right, we're back and ready for some Coven confessions, aka the worst thing you've ever done. So, Carter of Hellicity Merriman fame, why don't you start out these absolutely cold reads to all three of us?
Yeah, we don't know what Andrea picked for you this month, so we're excited.
But if you feel a little personally targeted based on the themes, it's because that was intentional.
It was intentional. Okay. Good. I'm really excited. All right. So our first confession, the title is We Need a Molly McIntyre, an American Girl doll with a winning spirit, which I think really is setting us up here. I think this is going to be good. Okay. So setting the scene. It's April 2009, and I'm at my hippy dippy school in my cultural politics of animals class.
Okay.
I want to take that class.
I know. It's the day I need to give a 20-minute presentation, and I am dreading it. I brought a DVD of the cartoon Open Season to play a clip and take up some time. That's a choice. I haven't seen that. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I'm familiar with this movie.
Okay. It's the no TV strikes again.
It's fine.
As I walk in, my professor hands me her laptop. Go ahead, she says. It's already hooked up to the projector. I set her computer on the podium and slip the DVD into the slot. Up pops the video app and I hit the space bar as you do. Only instead of the DVD, it starts playing porn without the sound.
Teacher porn.
The entire class.
Hell yeah.
Teacher porn.
Teacher porn.
Oh no. Okay, everyone in the room stops. Students' eyes go wide and the
open
room goes
season
completely
indeed.
silent.
Wide open season.
Some even freeze as they're making their way to their seats. I panic. I quickly close the app yes. And the projector goes black just as the professor turns to look. On the computer, a box pops up.
No.
Play Open Season? Oh my God, yes, just play. I hit the play button and up pops the porn again. Only this time with sound, which makes my professor spin around to look. And guys,
so did they download a bootleg copy of what they thought was Open Season and it ended up just being a porn and they hadn't checked? Or was this their teacher's porn?
Oh my God,
I need to know.
Porn.
I'm guessing the DVD is it's a DVD.
Okay.
But it said play Open Season.
Yeah, but porn ripoff names of actual movies is a very common thing.
Yeah, or a corrupted file.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. All right. Guys, it's right in the middle of the action, which
it's the cum shot.
It's a cum shot.
It's the cum shot.
Oh my God, says my tiny professor about 10 octaves too high. What is that? I don't even remember what I said. I think I blacked out for a minute because the next thing I remember is her saying, I think my husband and I are going to have a talk when I get home.
It was on her computer. He used her work computer for porn.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Because, as I realized later, it was the last thing she had watched on her computer before giving it to me. God, we cannot be watching porn on our school and work laptops.
Baby,
guys.
No.
And then you're just going to plug it into the projector all willy-nilly without checking?
No.
But maybe it sounds like the teacher hadn't used the video player herself. Her husband used it, and then she took the laptop and went, and maybe doesn't watch a lot of videos on her video player at all, and so just didn't even think about it. And now here's this student, use the video player, and it keeps playing the porn.
Well, okay, so she blames her husband. I think the class laughs nervously, and then I have to give my presentation, which, I mean, I hope you did so well.
It better be an automatic A. I don't care if you get up there and just fart for fucking 15 minutes. You're getting
no one's
an
paying
A.
attention.
After that,
no one's paying attention to what you're saying.
You've been set up to fully fail.
Our submitter does say no one listens. Obviously no one listens to the presentation.
Correct.
And there was a brief moment of awkward silence with no clapping or questions, and they were all the previous presentations. My professor turns to me and, without acknowledging anything I said, announces, so I think earlier when I blamed my husband, I think it was actually from when I was researching gangbangs a while ago, and I forgot it was on my computer. Lady, stick with your gut and always blame the husband.
Why would you?
Gangbangs.
I mean, we've heard some interesting defense strategies in our time on Wine and Crime, and that is a new one. No, it was for work. It was for research.
Why would you circle back?
Right?
And
Why issue that correction?
Yeah.
No one needs it.
No one.
My God. That's funny.
Listen, the honesty.
So, this is a teacher's confession, really.
Yeah, it's the worst thing this teacher's ever done.
I need to remember this because now it's like, oh, it was for a meme. I was doing research for a meme.
Oh, you can blame on. Yeah, no, that's smart.
I Google
all
a lot
the
of
porn I
fucked up
watch,
shit for my job.
No NSA. It was for a meme.
It was a meme.
All right.
Can't you take a joke?
All right. What fresh hell do we have waiting for us next?
All right. We need a Mary Ellen Larkin, an American Girl doll who is a champion of self-expression and staying true to yourself.
Okay.
I love these little. Do all the dolls have a little short bio, little Twitter bio?
Oh,
yeah.
They do. They do.
So cute.
I feel like you're missing out on a valuable contextual component of the American Girl doll memes by not knowing the American Girl doll lore. It makes me sad.
Well, I think it's funny because it's coming from that account. I think all their shit's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, when they make the memes of we need an American Girl doll, those are based, obviously you update them to be funny and memeable, but those are based on ad campaigns and the actual backstories and taglines of the American Girl dolls when they were making them.
That starts with "we need a whatever."
Well, not necessarily, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to tell you how you are framing your own memes that you personally make, but those taglines and stuff are part of the American Girl doll lore, and part of the funny part of the meme is that it's a play on that existing lore.
Well, shit, now I think you're even funnier.
They all have their own little specific niche in history. And so one of the things that we did way back a couple of years ago, we got user submitted. We actually got over 10,000 submissions.
Holy shit.
My God.
Yeah. Of different, we need an American Girl doll that blank, blank, blank with some very niche historical story. I was actually listening to your episode with Gio, big fan of Gio.
Love Gio.
And I think it was that one, or maybe it was a different one where you're talking about the poop story with the...
Oh,
honey, that does not narrow it down.
So, okay.
Is it the one with the diarrhea in the river and then the fish started eating it? Because that's
the
my
hot
favorite.
German guy and the diarrhea in the river.
No, it was the... No, but yeah, there are a lot of poop stories, you're right. But no, just very niche. We need an American Girl doll who survived XYZ insane historical niche story. So
who survived pooping in a canal in front of a hot German guy while a bunch of fish swam up and ate her shit.
Yeah,
we need an American Girl doll.
We need an American Girl doll. Yeah.
I love it.
Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Well, I still think you're funny, even though I clearly wasn't in on half the joke.
They'll just
of
be
your
funnier
entire
now.
account.
Well, honestly, I learned so much about history, but whatever the like very end of the episode with Gio was, I was like, we made a meme with that. Like somebody submitted that story and we did a meme like with that story. Like, you know, we need an American Girl doll who survives the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire, or we need an American Girl doll who like goes down with the Titanic, but like gets fished out of the water afterwards.
We do need that American Girl doll.
We did one that was like, we needed an American Girl doll who fell off the Mayflower. And somebody messaged their account and was like, my ancestor literally fell off the Mayflower. We're like, oh, sorry. Like, you're that
Bummer.
Anyway, that sucks.
The Erfurt latrine disaster is, I think, what you're thinking of.
Yes. Yeah.
I had to go back in the notes. I was like,
we need an American Girl doll who survived the Erfurt latrine disaster.
Somebody submitted that. I literally, like, listening, I was like, I know this story.
That's so fucking good. That's so fucking good. I love it.
And then went on to, like, defeat the Roman Empire.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
I love it.
Sorry.
No, please.
Okay. Focus. All right. We needed a Mary Ellen Larkin, an American Girl doll who is a champion of self-expression and staying true to yourself.
Okay.
I have told exactly one person about this, but if there's anything Gossip at the Corpse Cart has taught me, it's that everyone has a funny shit story.
Wow.
Here's mine. Okay, perfect.
Great segue.
About 8 years ago, I went on vacation with my family, my boyfriend, his family, and some friends.
Ooh, that's high pressure.
That is.
Yeah.
There were so many of us that we ended up renting an awesome house right on the beach. One night, about halfway through our day, some of us decided it would be fun to go skinny dipping in the ocean, as young 20-somethings do.
No, and don't go in the ocean at night. What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
It's scary enough during the day.
Young 20-somethings.
My drunk ass thought my iPhone 4 or whatever would make it out alive if I held it above the water.
Oh, man.
Oh, honey, no.
Yeah, no. I didn't hold it above the water, and it didn't survive the encounter. After what I now realize was way too long to be ass naked off the beach of a lovely residential neighborhood, we all went back to the house with my broken phone to drown the pain of such a loss with copious amounts of duty-free liquor.
Yes.
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
After leaving my phone in rice for an eternity and it's still not working, honestly, has that ever worked?
It does work, but I feel like salt water is a totally different ballgame.
True.
You know, because I've dropped my phone in the hot tub, the bathtub. Like, I'm not good to my phone. And it still works. The rice has worked for me in the past. That is anecdotal. I understand that. But I just feel like you're fucked with salt water. That's not going to dry clean.
Mm-hmm.
No. I gave up and decided to go to bed. My boyfriend and others wanted to stay up for a while longer, and my boyfriend gave me his phone so I could scroll through Instagram before falling asleep.
It's a good
I see. I feel like I know where this is going. Once I got back to the room, I got a terrible feeling. I opened his phone, scrolled through it for a minute, and downloaded Tinder. Wait, downloaded Tinder? Okay. Ladies, the messages okay, I see where we're going. Ladies, the messages I read on this man's Tinder profile were heinous. They had been going on for about 2 months leading up to this point, and they were very sexual. Like things I know he couldn't do in bed sexual.
Mm-hmm. Ew. So, like, he had a Tinder profile, but he had, like, deleted the app.
And she, like, re-downloaded the app and then saw his Tinder.
You stupid fucker.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to make plans with a few of them to meet up after work when he knew I would still be working. He even told one girl that he was leaving for vacation, quote, with his buddies, but they would meet up when he got home.
Also, stupid lie. You're going with your whole family. Just say you're going on family vacation. If you're going to lie, like, do better.
He wants to sound cool.
Ugh, what an idiot.
He's a man.
He was, going on vacation, like, literally with his long-term girlfriend and their families, and he was lying about it and trying to make plans for when he got back. I was shocked, disgusted, angry, sick to my stomach, as you should be. That's awful.
Yeah.
The next morning, I immediately called him on his narcissistic bullshit. He, of course, lied and deflected and tried to blame it on me. My stomach was obviously upset, so eventually I got up to go to the bathroom. I forgot this was a shit story. But I made it about halfway to the bathroom before I forgot I had to go and went back in on him. I stood in the middle of the room screaming at and trying to make sense of this absolute imbecile sitting in front of me when I had the urge to fart. Only it wasn't a fart.
No,
you cannot wet shit yourself while you're screaming at your cheating boyfriend. You can't.
Go on him.
Baby, clench.
In the middle of fighting with this pathetic human, I straight up diarrhea shit myself.
No.
Oh no.
With everyone you know staying in the same house. Your whole social network is in that house.
Which is all his family.
And her family.
Oh, it's her family too?
And all their friends.
Oh, well, thank God she had family there, but holy shit. Literally holy shit.
No.
What a terrible time to shit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is hell.
This is hell. I continued to berate him to the best of my ability, and he didn't notice. However, I was now standing in the middle of the room with no way to
scream over the smell.
What I had just done. I just had to stand there with diarrhea slowly dripping down the backs of my legs until he turned away just enough for me to break for the bathroom.
I'd be like, get out. You get the fuck out. Let's run to the bathroom.
Without him noticing the crime scene in my shorts. I showered and stayed in the bathroom until I finally heard him leave the room when I was able to clean the shit off the floor, which thank God blended in perfectly with the floor. I like that you just like rub it in. Just rub it in.
Well, it's probably hardwood, like a nice dark finish, and it's nighttime because they're scrolling before bed. So
the next morning she yelled at him.
Oh, okay.
Keep up.
I'm sorry. Hey.
This is first thing in the morning. Both sets of parents are downstairs making eggs.
Oh, God. It just keeps getting worse.
She just shit herself. They just shit themselves. And it stinks.
I would
it still stinks. Whatever.
I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe we found the first person whose shit actually don't stink.
This is really awful.
At the top of the story, I mentioned that I've only told it one other time. The only person I have ever told the story to is my current, incredible, amazing, perfect boyfriend who finds the story of when I shit myself in front of my ex during an argument about him cheating on me very poetic and absolutely hilarious. Whenever we get into arguments now, his favorite line to break the tension is, "What are you gonna do? Shit yourself?"
No! She trusted you and you're using it against her. How dare... Listen, you play this room. How dare you? Don't you ever say that to her again.
I love it.
But the last line is, "I can't wait to marry this man."
Oh, I hope you shit at the altar. I hope you don't, because that is a very real possibility. It's very stressful up there.
Oh, you stand up there forever.
It feels like it.
Oh my God, that's so gross and hilarious.
That's tragic.
But also, okay, hear me out. Let's say that he did smell what was obviously the shitting of the pants. He goes downstairs and he's gaslighting himself, and he's like, "Did she just shit her pants
No.
right in front of me?"
There's no way.
Goes up to one of his friends. "I think she shit herself."
I don't think that I would have assumed shit right away from the smell. I think I would have been like, "Oh man, she's so mad that she scream farted."
I don't know.
And it reeks.
Watery diarrhea shit in your pants is a different level than just a bad fart.
No, I know. I'm just trying to do anything to save or comfort this sweet summer child.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hope that
really
he did
rough.
gaslight himself. Fuck him.
Wow.
I have a really unfortunately, I shouldn't say this out loud, but now I feel like I've started and I'm going to confess why.
Oh God.
When I was in middle school, I feel when I was in middle school, I was playing The Sims on the family computer.
Yes.
As you do. Most likely the house was burning down. Like something was occurring where like I couldn't walk
in The
away
Sims,
from the,
not in real
in
life.
The Sims.
Yeah.
In The Sims, yes. Or there's a burglar or something. Like everything was in the early Sims games, everything was always going very
Haywire.
badly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Chaotic.
haywire. And I was like not willing to walk away from the computer. And I trusted a fart. And
Mhm.
I did shit
Yep.
myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sitting at the family computer playing The Sims.
Mm-hmm.
And
Describe the chair.
it
Was the chair like a fabric cushion?
no, it was this like I lucked out. It was this like leathery, like green swivel, like vintage office
Okay.
chair. So
Oh
it
my
was
God, my
white.
parents had that fucking office chair. I'm like picturing my parents' office chair.
It squeaked really loudly, but I mean, as soon as I realized what had happened, I like jumped up and was, of course, mortified. But I
That's
think
why
about
I've
it all the
switched to a
time.
plastic chair. I
And the
shit
yeah,
myself way too often on this show.
I think it really all ultimately was fine, but I just really like that I didn't get up because I was so focused on The Sims,
what are you
which
gonna
like
do?
as
Let them
every
die?
little girl is. Right.
You had a burglar. Yeah, you had a burglar in your burning
That's
house.
my wife
What are
and
you gonna
kids
do?
in there.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm very impressed and proud.
Yeah. Oh, and if that was the most recent time you shit yourself, I applaud you too. And
Good
you
for you,
are
babe.
clearly younger than we are.
I shit
I think it
myself
is.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I have shit myself in recent memory.
Yep.
It's okay.
It happens.
It
It
happens.
happens. To me, when it happens to me, it's usually when I'm very sick and I like vomit so hard that other things release, which no one needed to know. But I'm not just like, typically I'm not just like out and about and it's like, oops, I crap my pants. It's like circumstances have to be somewhat aligned for me to shit myself in my adult years. But
I have
all
to be
I'm saying
already,
is,
already sick
yeah, it's
for
not
the most part.
It's not infrequent.
Here's what's incredible, though. You only have 2 sphincters in your ass that prevents anything from
I
coming
know.
out.
She's working overtime. The twins are working overtime.
That's a thin, like, I think we could all stand to benefit from a third, but
We need an American Girl set of twins that represent the 2 sphincters of the
Sphincters.
anus.
we need an American Girl doll that has 3 sphincters.
And we need to
she'd
evolve.
never shit herself.
We need to evolve.
To evolve. We need
We
a third.
need more sphincters.
Sisters.
We need
First
a
on the list of
cloaca.
evolution. We do need a cloaca. That would
Cloacas
solve all my problems.
2025.
Make Amanda cloaca again. Anyway, we've got more, right?
We've got more.
We do. Okay, focus. All right. We need a Julie Albright, an American Girl doll who embraces change with determination and positivity. When I was 19, my mom, who is a funeral director, convinced me to
Yes.
pick up a weekend job at the funeral home.
Lucy
as
is
a secretary.
so jealous right now.
My mouth just got completely dry with jealousy. I would
She lived
quit
your
this
dream.
job to go be a receptionist, a
Babe.
secretary at a funeral home.
Honestly, if you got a job offer like that and it was like it's full time, I'd be like, I understand. We can shutter the podcast. Like a dream only comes knocking once in a lifetime. And baby, you better answer the door.
Office manager
Yes.
for a funeral home
Get at her.
would combine all of my interests.
Every interest, organization, post-it notes, really fun colored pens, death.
Bones, teeth, morgues.
Yep.
Oh, this reminds me. I got to text that funeral home director.
I genuinely want this for you. So
Yeah, I do too.
I wouldn't be
I need to
mad.
get out of this job. Okay, sorry, Carter.
No, you're good. I'm thinking like I'm currently in the job search and I might need to expand the way that I'm looking and what
I
I'm
think
looking
you
at.
should
So
get creative, babe.
Yep.
Get
if
creative.
any listeners
get ready for a roommate, 'cause I will be moving in to live vicariously through your funeral home experiences.
Yeah, if you land that funeral home job, you're also landing a wife, husband, and child. Hope you know that.
And 2
All right.
cats.
They're moving
Well,
And a lot of housewives.
the listeners can call me. I am hireable. I'm looking. Meme work isn't full-time work, as it turns out.
in.
Okay.
Turns out. We
it
know
was
that feeling.
Yeah. It was a very chill job where my desk was in the chapel and I had the entire building to myself most of the time.
Oh my
And
God.
yes,
Cry.
it was haunted.
Oh my God.
Lucy's going to lose it.
And we had a bodega cat.
Oh,
Rip my heart out.
I love this. Okay, one day I was at work making funeral and obituary cards for a service and needed to go make some copies. I head to the office building to make some copies, and when I see the most gorgeous man with slicked back hair and a 3-piece suit sitting in the foyer being interviewed for a job
He's a ghost.
as a Grim Reaper.
What? A Grim Reaper?
He's in okay, yeah. We have a slick back, handsome man, 3-piece suit, foyer, job interview, Grim Reaper.
okay.
You know, the person who goes and picks up the bodies after someone passes away. I did just mention Sims.
Oh.
I do know what the Grim Reaper is.
Okay.
from that.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's like a
I didn't think the Grim
a
Reaper was supposed to be
nickname.
hot, though.
It's probably a nickname for what they call the person who fills this role at the funeral home, would be my guess, calling him the Grim Reaper, because he goes to pick up the bodies. That's probably not in the job description, but he's interviewing for this transport. Like,
That makes so much more sense.
deceased
I was literally
transport job.
thinking. I was literally thinking like
the hood with the
Disney
scythe.
World. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that
I was
this
like, I
is
didn't know
probably
he was
a,
supposed to be.
I think it's an office
I didn't-
nickname for that job.
Grim Reaper.
Okay.
Doesn't he like the river Styx? He
Transports the
transports you
dead
to death.
The dead.
To the dead side.
to the afterlife.
I just didn't know he was supposed to be hot is all. But
well, this one
now
is.
we
one's
know.
fucking
Okay,
hot.
so we
Or he's a
never
ghost.
talked-
I maintain that he
We-
could very well be a ghost.
We never talked until we were scheduled to work a funeral together. I was
Ooh, date
way
night.
more giddy. Date night. I was way more giddy than I should have been, especially because my mom was
beaming
also
at this
working the
funeral.
same funeral.
Her mom was working the funeral?
Yeah,
She's
so
the
she's really
director.
excited, but she's more giddy because mom was also at the same funeral. I did anything and everything to get this man's attention, despite the fact that we're at a funeral. Okay.
You're bending and snapping.
Just being a
Yeah.
pick-me girl at a funeral. Girl, come on.
That's hilarious.
Just ask him to have lunch with you one day at work. How about that?
Literally. I invited my Grim Reaper to a St. Patty's Day party with my friends where he ghosted me. But honestly,
'Cause
thank
he's a
God he
ghost.
did, because I was so sloppy drunk and he didn't need to see me that way. But we started hanging out casually at his house and watching movies and became friends first.
Okay,
Next
so
thing
she
you
invited him to
know-
this party and he stood her
Mhm.
up, but she's like, thank God he didn't come to the party because I was a mess. And
I
then we
was a
started
mess.
hanging out after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next thing you know, we're getting intimate and doing the dirty. So I had introduced him to all my friends who loved him. We were getting along very well and really loved each other's company. Now, let's get to the interesting part you've been waiting for. One night, we were both hanging out with our friends. He was on call, meaning he had the corpse cart, aka the Dodge minivan they picked bodies up in.
Amanda loves a Dodge minivan.
I do love a Dodge minivan. My husband's a Honda Odyssey bitch, but I love a Dodge Grand Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
I love that. We were all planning on going to a friend's house for a party. Right as we were leaving, he got a call to pick up a body that was 2 hours away. So he goes to get the body. I go and get shit-faced with my friends. And then I call him blackout drunk to pick me up. Next thing you know, he's making a pit stop on his way to drop this dead lady off at the funeral home to pick my drunk ass up from a party.
Oh my
With
god.
the dead lady
So
still in the
we
car?
have we have corpse in the Dodge minivan. We have crush driving.
Oh no.
We're riding, I think we're riding shotgun.
And we're blackout.
We're blackout.
Okay. lot going on here.
I only remember 3 things from this car ride. I remember getting in the car, turning to the body in the back and saying, "What's up, Gloria?" I have no idea. I have no idea if that was her actual name.
What's up, Gloria?
I also remember him reminding me that there was a camera and audio in the van getting to the funeral home and drunkenly standing in the morgue. So those are the 3 things we remember.
Oh my God.
What's up, Gloria? There's a camera. She remembers drunkenly standing in the morgue. Or they do.
Also a dream of mine.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. Well, a few weeks go by and we think we got away with it. Well, we didn't. His brother has taken his work van while he was sleeping and drove it to Cracker Barrel and wrecked it. This caused our bosses to go through all the footage in the car.
Oh,
so
fuck.
all my bosses see me drunk and happy as fuck, getting in the car one night yelling, "What's up, Gloria?" This was not my greatest moment. Yeah.
No.
What's up, Gloria?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Did she get fired?
Oh, it's her mom's funeral home.
Yeah. My mom's the owner, so fuck you.
At least she
You
wasn't
can't
screaming
fire
that
me.
in the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. Could have been worse.
My boyfriend did ultimately get fired specifically for letting his brother take the corpse cart, which
Fair.
he didn't let him, but they just didn't believe him. And also for picking me up drunk with a body in the van. Yeah. I mean,
I feel like picking up your
Yeah.
drunk girlfriend is a write-up, loaning out the van, whether he claims he didn't consent to that or not. Like, I kind of get it, where it's like, we can't be loaning out the corpse cart, babes.
Those are 2 strikes at the simultaneously.
Yup, you gotta go.
yeah.
Oh, Gloria.
I, for whatever reason, did not get fired. And I have to say, is it because your mom was the funeral director?
Nepotism. Smell it all nepotismal in here.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
in fairness, all she did was ask for a ride,
It's
which
true.
was responsible
Yeah.
given the circumstances.
It's
Yes,
true.
that
She didn't
is.
know he was
That
going to
is.
show up in the corpse cart. That wasn't her choice.
That wasn't her choice.
I also ended up quitting the funeral home a few months after that incident. My Grim Reaper and I have been together almost 4 years now.
Oh!
All I know is that if we ever have kids, I can't wait for that question. How did you and Daddy meet?
I am formally
Wow.
requesting that you allow me the honor of officiating your wedding, because
yeah.
I could have a lot of fun with this backstory.
I want to see him.
Yep.
Is that weird?
Hire me as your officiant. Lucy will come as my +1.
We're good at that.
Yep. Oh my God, that's epic. Okay, well,
Incredible.
these
What's up,
have
Gloria?
been phenomenal. And there is one more, but our one more confession is a bonus confession. So to access that bonus confession, come join us over on Wine and Crime Uncorked, an amazing program we are offering that allows you to get all of this audio content ad-free, as well as extra content every month, and happy hours, and all the fun things that
All
happen.
the premium shit.
All the premium
right in your
shit.
podcast player.
Right in your app. Wow. Well, you did a phenomenal job. So thank you for lending your vocal expertise to Coven Confessions. What a riot.
Thank you. This was so fun. I love
And
this.
our producer, Andrea, crushed the polls for
Yep.
for this episode. Well done to you too, madam.
All right. Well, let's take one more quick break and hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll get to the coroner corner, a little obituary area action.
I'm ready.
This episode of Wine and Crime is brought to you by Graza, our new favorite olive oil.
Obsessed. I've tossed every other bottle in my house, honestly.
It's fresh, it's never blended, and it comes from a single type of olive called the Picual, straight from Jaén, Spain. where over half the world's olive oil is produced.
This stuff is amazing. Like Lucy said, it's got that single origin goodness. Only one olive from one region, so there's no mysterious blends. And that means there's a traceable, fresher product in your hands without mixing in any lower grade or unknown oils, which, like, if you're somebody with a lot of food allergies, that would keep me up at night. Like, not knowing exactly what's in the, store brand olive oil that you're grabbing off the shelf. Not cool. Super fun squeeze and spray bottles make the experience so much easier because there are no more messy tins or like drippy spouts. You just aim, you squeeze, and you go. You're not like cleaning it all off of your freaking counter every time you cook like I was. And there are 3 different types for literally any task that may call for olive oil. So Frizzle is their newest. This has a higher 490 degree Fahrenheit smoke point. So we're talking frying, we're talking crisping, we're talking grilling, air frying, like making the fried rice.
Meat.
Yes. The hot pan. You're reaching for the Frizzle, okay? The Sizzle has a 410 degree Fahrenheit smoke point. So this is a great everyday cooking oil for roasting, marinating, sauteing lightly in the pan. You're not going to burn your house down. But really, the star that I have been obsessed with is the Drizzle, because this is where all the flavor is, baby. This is the one you're going to want to put, like, literally on your vanilla ice cream. It's so good. Like, in your salad dressing. Like, this is the stuff you want to taste. You want to dip your bread in it.
It's pasta salad.
Oh, yum. It's a bold, punchy finishing oil that you can sprinkle on salads. You can dip your bread. You can top off ice cream. I have done all of these things with the Drizzle. It is so delicious. I baked some bread the other day and I did a little bit of the Drizzle and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Girl, I felt like I was at a 5-star restaurant. I was so decadent with it. It was so good. Obsessed.
So with our code, you get 10% off your first order on Graza's website, but I would highly suggest grabbing the trio. That's all 3 squeezy bottles. You got your Sizzle, your Frizzle, and your Drizzle. So you're set for every style of cooking. So head to graza.co, that's graza.co, and use code GALS, GALS, to get 10% off the trio, which includes Sizzle, Frizzle, and Drizzle, and get to cooking your next chef-quality meal.
Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for clean eating, delivering pre-portioned and prepped quality whole foods with limited processed ingredients. Green Chef sends organic, fresh produce, responsibly sourced proteins, and chef-designed recipes in every box for satisfying, nourishing, and convenient meals that make it easy to stick to a clean eating routine. And did you know Green Chef is owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I love switching it up between the brands. And now our listeners can enjoy both brands at a discount along with us and get all that selection. It's truly an awesome service.
Yeah, Green Chef has that kind of like healthier eating habit angle. So you can ditch the fads and just create better eating habits that last with real clean foods. Green Chef makes it easy with recipes curated for a variety of lifestyles and dietary needs. So they have dietitian-developed recipe options featuring fresh organic produce and quality whole foods delivered to your door each week. So again, our favorite, you don't have to leave the house. There's also less food waste because everything is
portioned specifically for the recipe. Yeah, it's great. You're not throwing out all this extra produce that you didn't use.
Exactly. Set your health goals in motion this year with Green Chef's Reset collection. I love this. This is available only for a limited time. So whether you're starting a weight loss journey or looking to maintain or just looking to feel better about what you're putting in your bod, Green Chef has you covered with a curated assortment of dietitian-approved recipes that offer fiber support, they're lower in saturated fat, and they come in under 700 calories per serving. Stay on track even on your busiest days with salads that are ready in 5 minutes or less.
Listen, I'm like such a bag salad girly, so this is speaking my language.
Absolutely. They also have ready-to-blend smoothies and grab-and-go protein-packed breakfasts. Honestly, my biggest deterrent from cooking more at home is that I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
So Green Chef really yanks those excuses away from me. It's fantastic.
So thrive all year with clean, easy meals from Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/galsfree and use code GALSFREE to get started with free salads for 2 months plus 50% off your first box. Again, go to greenchef.com/galsfree and use code GALSFREE to get started with free salads for 2 months plus 50% off your first box.
Ordering a mattress online these days can be a little bit daunting because they like show up in a box. So maybe it's the boomer in me, but I get a little bit nervous about like ordering a mattress online these days because they show up in a box. And I don't know, there's just something that's like, it's not the traditional way of buying mattresses.
Right.
So I'm always a little bit suspicious. I recently got a Helix mattress, which is another one that is delivered to your home in a huge heavy box. I set it up. First of all, I used it as an excuse to get a king-size bed. Best decision of my life.
Yes. Proud of you.
So good. This mattress feels like a traditional mattress in the sense that it feels like there's like springy support inside. It's not just like a big jelly block the way that some other mattresses are. I gotta tell you, I not only am loving the size of a king-size bed, but this has changed and improved my sleep so much.
Yeah.
I have like a cooling mattress top on it, which really, really helps. It's incredible. I've only had it for like a week, but I am sleeping significantly better at night. If I had an Apple Watch, I'm sure it would be reflected on that, but I am feeling so well rested. I didn't realize a mattress could really make that big of a difference, but trust me when I say my Helix mattress is improving not only my sleep quality, but also like the neck and back pain that I've been kind of getting lately, just minorly, but you know, I'm in my late 30s.
Yeah.
Your body starts deteriorating.
Well, and it's so nice too because like you kind of mentioned the old way of shopping for a mattress. I remember buying my first mattress. I went to a store. I laid on 5 billion beds. I had so much option overwhelm. I was younger, so I didn't have the kind of pain or sleep issues that I have now. And I just like didn't quite know what I even really needed. But the process of choosing a mattress with Helix is also really great because they have a quiz that you can take that will ask you all these different questions like, do you sleep hot? Do you sleep on your back? Do you sleep on your side? Do you
Does
sleep
your
on your
sleeping
stomach?
partner have these things?
Yeah. Do you sleep? Do you have back pain? Do you have neck pain? Like it asks you all of the things. It's the adult in the room that's like, we're going to help you pick the right mattress. So you don't have to have that kind of fear around getting a mattress online. They're asking all the right questions.
Yeah. And the one that I ended up with is top notch. Can't recommend it highly enough.
I got the Midnight for my niece as sort of like you're a tween now. So you can get like an adult mattress. And she is absolutely loving it, but they also have kids mattresses that are thinner and like easier to move from bed to bed. So like they really do have such an incredible selection for both adults and children. They're awesome. And we want to share their awesomeness with you and give you a sweet little discount. So we're telling you right now, you're going to want to go to helixsleep.com/gals. That's HELIX sleep.com/gals for 25% off store-wide. That's helixsleep.com/gals for 25% off store-wide. One more time, helixsleep.com/gals. All right, Lucy, what are you going to do to me this month on Corner?
Nothing that bad, actually. Let's see.
For once.
No, nothing's that bad.
All right.
And I'm actually going to start us out with a positive death announcement. Well,
what?
Probably not for like his loved ones, but we'll hear the story of this man's life. This was sent in by Margaret, and it's from NPR. Australia's most prolific blood and plasma donor, James Harrison, has died at the age of 88.
Wow.
Known as the man with the golden arm, Harrison is credited with saving the lives of 2.4 million babies over the course of more than half a century.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
What?
Harrison died peacefully in his sleep from blood loss. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
At a nursing home on February 17th. According to Lifeblood, that is the Australian Red Cross branch responsible for blood donations in Australia.
Wow.
Harrison donated blood and plasma a whopping 1,173 times every
Damn.
2 weeks, but between 1954 and 2018.
What?
Can you fucking even? The story is so cool. So all but 10 of those blood draws were from his right arm. That was his golden arm.
The same arm every 2 weeks for 50 years?
Over 50. Well, but it been 64 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah. The agency said he, quote, never missed a single appointment and expected nothing in return. Because blood donors are not compensated financially under Australian law.
Mm-hmm.
Lifeblood CEO Stephen Cornelissen said, quote, James was a remarkable, stoically kind and generous person who was committed to a lifetime of giving, and he captured the hearts of many people around the world. So this is why he saved so many people. Harrison's plasma contained a rare and precious antibody called anti-D, which was discovered in the mid-1960s. It's used in medications to prevent hemolytic disease of the fetus and newborn, or HDFN, also known as Reese's disease.
Oh.
I heard about this when I was pregnant. It's scary. So it's a potentially fatal disease that occurs when a pregnant person's blood is incompatible with that of their unborn baby, prompting their immune system to attack it.
I'm pretty sure that happened to one of our friends who I won't. We could bleep, but I think that happened to because I had some issue with like the blood not being compatible with the babies and had to go on all this medication and stuff at the end of her pregnancy. It ended up being fine, but like
it can be a really big deal if they don't
catch it
and if they don't treat it.
Mm-hmm.
According to Lifeblood, 17% of Australian women who become pregnant end up needing anti-D injections. And most of the country's supply comes from a pool of fewer than 200 regular plasma donors.
And he was one of them.
Wow.
He was one of them. Harrison became the country's first and most prolific anti-D donor. In 1999, he received the Medal of the Order of Australia, one of the country's highest civilian honors.
Australian of the Year.
Basically, but he downplayed his accomplishments in interviews throughout the years, urging others to roll up their sleeves too. Get it?
I get it.
Some people say, oh, you're a hero. Oh, you're a hero.
Arr.
Harrison told NPR in 2015, but I'm in a safe room donating blood. They give me a cup of coffee and something to nibble on. And then I just go on my way. No problem, no hardship. That's
Attaboy.
my Australian accent.
Yeah. He's like, I'm no hero. I've got privilege. I'm just sitting here giving what I can.
Yeah. What else I gotta do?
Yeah.
Just gotta save some babies today.
Ugh.
When Harrison was 14 years old, he got sick and had to have one of his lungs removed.
Holy shit.
Wow.
The grueling process involved a 3-month hospital stay, 100 stitches, and nearly 2 gallons of blood that was donated to him.
Wow.
It inspired him to donate his own later, despite his aversion to needles.
Damn.
Oh, this is like gonna make me cry. This is so.
Yeah,
It's so
it's really sweet.
It's so sweet. It gets even sweeter. I was always looking forward to donating right from the operation because I don't know how many people it took to save my life. I never met them, didn't know them.
Oh.
In 1954, as soon as he hit the legal age of 18, Harrison started giving blood and plasma.
Wow.
So he started at 18 and just kept doing it his whole life.
Here's the crazy part. So he started in 1954. Scientists discovered the anti-D treatment for HDFN about a decade later.
Wow.
So he was donating blood
Before
back when it was
they
just
knew.
blood.
Yeah.
Wow.
How valuable it was.
And Harrison
Wow.
soon learned his blood contained the rare life-saving antibody, which doctors believe has to do with the blood he received years earlier.
No
Wow.
way. This is crazy.
I know.
Wow.
So they think because his blood is sort of like from a mix of different donors, he got magic blood.
Whoa.
Isn't
That's
that so fucking cool?
That's
I
so
have, like,
cool.
Full body goosebumps. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Once Harrison learned that he possessed anti-D, Lifeblood said he was happy to continue to donate and switch over to plasma donation in order to help as many people as possible.
Wow.
I was prepared and wanted to give something back, Harrison said, and I've been donating for 60 years.
I can't take you seriously.
Lifeblood says more than 3 million doses of anti-D containing Harrison's blood have been issued to Australian mothers since 1967.
Damn.
That long list of recipients includes members of his own family.
That's so cool.
His daughter, Tracy Mellowship, was among the women who received the injection while pregnant.
Wow.
She said, quote, as an anti-D recipient myself, he has left behind a family that may not have existed without his precious donations.
Man.
Adding that her dad was immensely proud to have welcomed 2 great-grandchildren in his final years.
Oh, he lived such a long and fruitful life.
Ugh. Harrison's contributions didn't just enable his family to grow, but to give back themselves. The whole family are blood donors, and that makes you feel proud too.
His legacy.
In 2011, his grandson Scott made his first donation seated right next to Harrison, who was making his 1,000th.
That's fucking
I'm sorry.
cool.
This is...
It's so wholesome.
It's so wholesome.
Carter's
Oh.
verklempt.
I'm
Seriously,
the tears are streaming. I'm like,
know,
I'm like
it's so
so
sweet.
touched by this.
That's really special too. That his great grandson or grandson has that photo. You know, because like it. I mean, obviously, very different situation. But when my grandma turned 100, the whole family went to like my mom's side of the family and all of my cousins and like. Because my dad was an only child and my grandma was super old. So like her whole side of the family was gone at this point. But we all went to Pennsylvania to her care home and threw like this big party for her. And my sister had just recently had Emily, her second baby, and they were almost 100 years apart, like to the day by like a month.
That's so cool.
So Molly's born in March. Oh, barely 2 weeks because I think Emily's born end of March and Helen's birthday was April 15th. So it was like really, really close to exactly 100 years apart. And they have this great photo of like Helen holding tiny baby Emily and they have 100 years between them.
That's so
like,
cool.
how crazy is that? And that for him to have that photo.
Well, I don't know what photo you're referring to. It didn't say that they had a photo, but that's what happened.
I thought they took a picture of it. Well, whatever. Either way, to have that memory.
They probably did. Yeah, they have the memory of it.
Of his first donation and his 1,000th.
And his grandpa's 1,000th.
Like, that's wild.
Okay, my favorite part is still coming, though.
What?
Harrison's late wife, Barbara, was a blood donor as well. Harrison kept donating even in his darkest days, including after her death, every other week.
Wow.
Mellowship said her dad was proud to have saved so many lives, quote, without any cost or pain. It made him happy to hear about the many families like ours who existed because of his kindness. He always said it doesn't hurt, and the life you save could be your own. Harrison officially retired at age 81, which is the maximum age for blood donations under Australian law. They wouldn't let him do it.
But he probably would
anymore.
have done it till the day he fucking died if they had let him do it.
He is quoted as saying, I'd keep on going if they let me.
Yeah.
Oh.
But probably gets to a point where like your blood regeneration slows down at that age and it becomes probably too dangerous to be a donor.
Your skin doesn't heal as well. And
infection.
This is my favorite part. He made his last donation in May 2018, surrounded by 6 grateful mothers holding babies who benefited from the anti-D program. There's a picture of it.
Shut the fuck up.
Him giving his blood and there's a little baby in the foreground. From the blood center recliner, Harrison bemoaned his forced retirement. But he also spoke optimistically about passing the baton, or more accurately, the squishy stress ball. I hope it's a record that somebody breaks because it will mean they are dedicated to the cause.
And I think they have balloons counting the number of blood donations.
Oh my God.
Because they look like number balloons. I can't read what the number is, but that would be so cute. Oh, this is so precious.
I know. Australia has about 200 anti-D donors who help around 45,000 mothers and babies every year. But because the antibody is so rare, there are so few human donors able to donate regularly. So scientists are also trying to come up with a synthetic solution. I love this article. Lifeblood is working with Walter and Eliza Hall Institute of Medical Research, Australia's oldest research institute, on a project they call James in a Jar.
Stop.
Oh my God.
It could see Harrison continue to save lives long after his death. Quote, using the blood of James and other donors, the team has successfully recreated and grown his antibody in a lab with the hope that one day it will help prevent HDFN, not just for pregnant women in Australia, but also worldwide.
Wow.
See,
Oh my God.
I fucking could not.
That's so cool.
Hero. Like,
Hero.
Yeah. What a sweet old man.
Actual hero. Makes me want to go give blood, like right now.
Right?
I was literally just going to say that, like, I'm ready to drive down the street. Like,
Yeah.
that was.
You might have that antibody.
Oh my God.
And even if you don't,
You never know.
You need blood all the time. Okay. Here's another Science-y article that is just really fucking weird.
Okay.
This was sent in by Jessica, and it's from First Post. Very fishy looking website, but
I love it.
I'm rolling with it.
I fell for AI. Okay. So you're fine.
That man could have had 8 fingers. You don't
Poor
know.
Cobb man.
His mouth could have been that big.
It could have been.
There's someone in the world who exists who does look like that AI man.
All right. You're right.
Just trying to make
He's
you feel better.
somewhere.
He's out there somewhere. Okay. I'm sure you've heard the saying, no pain, no gain. Can you tell this is from a stupid ass website? However, this is untrue for a young girl in the United Kingdom known as Bionic, who barely eats, sleeps, or experiences pain.
Okay.
So the girl's name is Olivia Farnsworth. When she was struck by a car and hauled down the street, she stunned medical professionals by walking away unharmed.
What?
She has both of her arms. She was not carrying a gun. She was unharmed.
Okay.
So here's what we know. The teenager, I think she's like 13 now.
Uh-huh.
Here's what we know about the young bionic girl. The teenager has a condition known as chromosome 6 deletion.
I've heard about this on like TLC shit.
It's bizarre.
Because like it can be really dangerous for obviously like babies and toddlers. They'll like touch the stove and not feel that it's hot and get like awful
Get hit by a fucking car.
fall and break bones, and they don't cry because they don't feel pain. Then they don't know that they're broken, and then things heal around.
Yep.
Like it's really fucking scary to not feel any pain.
And all of that is connected with all sorts of other like psychological stuff. So it's not just that.
Yeah.
So according to the National Organization for Rare Disorders, hi, can I intern for you?
Seriously.
It is a chromosome abnormality that occurs when there's a missing copy of the genetic material located on the short arm of chromosome 6. We all know exactly what we're... Yeah. People who have a deletion on chromosome 6p often exhibit distinct facial features, behavioral problems, intellectual difficulties, and developmental delays. So Olivia doesn't feel pain, hunger, or a sense of danger.
Wow.
And it's believed that she's the only person in the world who possess all 3 of those symptoms together.
Wow.
Because usually that chromosome 6 deletion only presents as one of those things, or like kind of a shade of 1 or 2. Olivia's 32-year-old mother, Nikki Trapak, who hails from Huddersfield, says the condition meant her daughter had, quote, no sense of danger. Mm-hmm. She got run over and dragged down the street by a car and didn't complain. She was dragged about 10 car lengths down the road. It was horrendous.
Holy shit.
I don't think it's something I will ever get over. I was screaming and all my other children were screaming as she ran out. But Olivia was just like, what's going on? She just got up and started walking back to me because of the impact, she should have had severe injuries. She had a tire mark on her chest.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
But her only injuries was where she had no skin on her toe or her hip.
So it didn't break any bones.
Nope. The doctors think what saved her from injury was because she didn't tense up before the car hit her.
I was just going to say, I feel like that we hear about that so much in drunk driving accidents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they don't.
The reason that the drunk driver often
lives.
Frequently in a situation where it's fatal, it's the drunk driver that will live. And it's because they're like so relaxed and they don't tense up, they can sustain the injuries.
Or if you get rear-ended, if you see it coming, you're so much more likely to get your neck fucked up.
Yeah, because you're preparing.
Wow.
And if you just let your body like naturally flow. Wow. It is horrifying and fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Insane side note, I think there's a movie that's about to come out about this.
Really?
About this girl? Or this condition?
No. No, I'm sorry. There's
about
a
the
movie
condition.
I have seen. Okay, so I went on like a quest to see all 10 movies that were nominated for Best Picture. So I've seen a lot of movies recently, and there's been a preview for.
You're catching up.
I think it's Dennis Quaid's son.
Okay.
Jack. And he's in a movie called Novocaine, and it's like a horror movie where like you can't feel pain, and like maybe he has this. I'm wondering.
I'm gonna watch that.
That was nominated.
Oh God, no. Okay. It's only
been on previews. It's not out yet.
To be honest, it looks bad, but I love it. It's been like the previews where I've been seeing. I went to see all the Oscar noms and
theater previews.
Yeah, I don't know. And maybe it's really good.
I'll let you know.
But
I'll circle back.
Can't. His whole thing is he can't. It's called Novocaine, and I think the whole thing is that he can't feel pain.
Oh, I'm watching that.
Yeah,
I am watching.
I think it's Dennis Quaid's son.
I've seen Nepo Quaid in a couple of things. He's fun. I like the guy.
Quaid.
Isn't it crazy that you could have hypothetically done a double feature of Substance and Reagan, and you could have seen him. You could have seen Daddy Quaid in The Substance and in Reagan at the same time in theaters.
I haven't seen Reagan, but The Substance is fucking spectacular. But
Substance.
So good.
Rocked.
It's so fucking good.
So good.
Anyway, sorry.
No, I love that. We will be watching that movie.
I'm so sorry.
Never apologize for a tangent. That's 90% of our
apologize.
show. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So they think that because she wasn't afraid of the car.
So did she just run out into the street, or was she walking crossing the street?
I think she just atre in the street. Because she was 7 years old when the accident happened in 2016.
Okay, shit.
So Trepak, who is also mother to Ella May, age 12, Bradley, age 10, Archie, 6, and Poppy, 4.
Cute.
You kidding me? Claimed that shortly after Olivia was born, she began exhibiting symptoms of her illness. According to her mother, Olivia stopped sleeping during the day at the age of 9 months and never
naps.
cried as an infant.
Huh. And yeah, I mean, if you don't feel hunger and the pangs and pains of hunger or discomfort, then like nothing is really triggering a baby to then communicate what they need because they don't feel the repercussions of that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's so creepy. She said she didn't feed when she was 9 months old. She started rejecting my milk. I thought it was because she didn't like it, but since then she's never liked food. She's almost become conditioned to eat. She eats at school because everyone else does, but she doesn't really need it. She never gets hungry. At home, she'll go through phases of eating the same thing for months and months and then go off it. Once it was milkshakes, once butter sandwiches, once chicken noodles.
I mean, been there. But yeah.
She also once fell badly and ripped her lip off and didn't say anything.
Oh my God.
She had to have major plastic surgery to correct it.
Pain is a message. Pain is your body telling you what you need.
That's just so. It's so dramatic,
and not just physical pain, but emotional, psychological. Like all of these things are parts of our meat computer.
We'll get to the emotional.
Oh God, this is wild.
Also, her hair didn't develop correctly until she was 4 years old, and that apparently has something to do with the disorder. Though she's usually a happy kid, Olivia occasionally has violent outbursts and now requires medicine to help her sleep. So her mother said, quote, she's headbutted me, punched and kicked me, and can have outbursts of swearing, which can be embarrassing if we're out in public. It happened in a park the other week and people were wondering what's going on. They don't know what's wrong. This is why I want to raise awareness of chromosome 6 problems. To look at Olivia, you don't know there's anything wrong with her. So the mother said that her family has received assistance from the Unique Support Organization for Chromosome Disorders. I'm glad that there's a network of support for that kind of thing. Especially when it's complicated and
rare,
weird and rare.
And so like you need to have community people who at least somewhat understand what you're going through. Because as a parent, that would be really hard. And as the child person with this, this condition, that would be really hard. You'd feel so othered and alienated from every other person around you. It'd be very isolating.
If you don't feel hunger, tiredness, or pain, there's not a lot really anchoring you to the human experience that the rest of us have. So that would be really
isolating.
Frustrating too, especially as a child. Like you can't even imagine what those things feel like because they're so basic to people who don't have this disorder. So there's no treatment for a chromosome disorder, but her doctor said what we can do is alleviate the symptoms. We try to find matches and provide information for families, which can be great for friendships and local support. So they try to find other families with the same issues so they can like relate and help each other.
Yeah.
That's kind of all they could do. And give her drugs so she can friggin' sleep.
Yeah. Poor thing.
Anyway, so I have some pictures of her also on the drive. She's so freaking cute. She looks like June.
Yeah.
With glasses.
Just cutie pie.
Okay, lastly, I have a very highly entertaining obituary.
Oh, geez.
This one was sent in by Rin. Thank you, Rin. And this is for Rita Rosen. There's also a picture of her. You'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
Rita Rosen, longtime fixture of a name of a town that she was very proud of, that I don't know how to pronounce correctly, but I think it's Scituate.
Okay.
Scituate, Massachusetts. Reached her expiration date on Thursday, February 20th, 2025, in the company of friends and nurses who she made sure knew better than to defy her wishes. Before her passing, Rita, who was always right, knew that she would be greatly missed. Mother of the late Joseph Blanchard and widow to Captain Rick Rosen. Rita and Rick Rosen. Get out of here. Rita knew that had she predeceased Rick, he would miss her constant supervision and meticulous directions. Fortunately, he died first. Born in Cohasset, her parents, Ruth and John White, hit the golden buzzer with Rita, whose long and distinguished careers in the nursing field and the arts reflected the strong will and personality she became known for. In her 35-year medical career, she tortured surgeons at Quincy City Hospital, St. Margaret's, and South Shore Hospital, with young residents in particular wowed by her presence.
Love it.
She delivered hundreds of babies and saved countless lives with her expertise and quick-thinking responses. Rita was a past member of the Scituate Historical Society, the Scituate Council on Aging Board of Directors, okay? And the Scituate Beautification Committee. She was just very proud of her town.
Involved.
That I can't pronounce. In 2013, she was elected mayor of Scituate, gracing her subjects with her presence in that year's St. Patrick's Day parade.
Okay. Yep.
Wow.
Now the photo makes sense.
A multi-talented artist, Rita excelled in the fiber arts, particularly knitting, weaving, sewing, and quilting, and in oil painting and wood carving.
Wow.
She said her works can be seen on display at Boston's Museum of Fine Arts and the Louvre in Paris, France.
I wonder if that's true.
It's not. She said her works can be seen on display. A world traveler, she met many people while on her adventures that became lifelong friends. Exploring the world culinarily as well, Rita loved to cook, but not to clean up.
Girl, preach.
Before such things were trendy, Rita was a committed organic gardener and raised chickens on her property. Again, she wanted to make it clear before people thought such things were cool.
She did it first.
She did it first. She was a foster mother to many wild animals, mostly raccoons and terrible boyfriends. Her love also extended to children and the elderly, but she saved a particularly intense dislike for shoulder-shrugging, eye-rolling teenagers.
Uh-oh.
Throughout her life, women envied the large groups of handsome men who swarmed at her feet as she won dance contests atop disco speakers in Jamaica and did belly shots off of her at Puffer Bellies on Cape Cod.
Incredible.
Wow.
Her greatest loves were being in Scituate, her dogs, and friends intelligent enough to recognize what a gem she was. Rita knew she had a very good life, that she worked hard, and that she was able to pass on with no regrets, comforted knowing the rough spots made the good ones sweeter. A friend to countless, Rita asked that her friends know she hoped she was a good friend, and if she wasn't, the other person was probably at fault. She knew everything, and she was always right. No services are being held as Rita felt that nothing short of the Queen's Jubilee could suffice, but was confident that her legacy will live on through the several buildings named after her and the at least 12 monuments erected in her honor. 12 monuments.
At least 12.
Wow.
In lieu of flowers, Rita requested, actually demanded, that her many mourners do a good deed for someone else without posting proof on Facebook. You should simply do it. Her ashes will be scattered near her lighthouse, Scituate Light, and she requests well-wishers think of her nicely when they visit that landmark, or that they at least sit in the parking lot drinking beer, preferably her favorite, Bud Light.
Oh, good for her.
Wow.
I love a sassy obit.
I love a sassy obit.
So
R.I.P.
good.
Rita.
Rita.
What's up, Gloria?
What's up, Gloria? Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh,
So
well
that's
done.
it for Coroner Corner.
And that's it for GAC.
That's it for GAC. Carter, thank you so much for joining us. Please tell the listeners where they can find your hilarious content, made even more hilarious if you have a background in American Girl dolls.
Yes, of course. You can follow us on Instagram. We are at Hellicity Merriman. It's a play on Felicity Merriman. It's HELLICITY_MERRIMAN. I think I did that correctly. I am Carter. We are one of two. Barrett is the beautiful blonde that you might see more frequently than my face on the account. She's a lot more comfortable showing her face, so she is a little bit more visual on the account. But that's our
Fair
account. Would love to see you over there. We do have we're going to be in a documentary that's coming out this year.
How fun!
Yeah, we did a sit down interview, Barrett and I, last July. There's a documentary coming out. We're not sure the release date yet, but for all I know, we're going to be in it for like all of 20 seconds. But it's about
Love it.
American Girl dolls. Stay tuned.
Oh my God, yes.
and-
Okay, Oscars.
Yeah. And if you're a big reader, you can follow me via Hellicity on my personal Carter. I'm always looking for friends on Goodreads. And yeah, no, this has been so fun. Thank you so much. This is I'm a huge true crime listener, so this has been such a fun afternoon. I'm so happy to be here. I hope I wasn't too awkward, but you guys have been great.
You were
And it's
wonderful.
I've loved this so much. So thank you so much.
We'd be happy to have you back. And yes, thank you for gracing us with your participation today.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it for another Gossip at the Corpse Cart, and we will see you next month.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Gossip at the Corpse Cart, presented by Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Danielle Sylvan. Music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell. Editing by Jonathan Camp. Our production manager is Andrea Gardner. For photos, sources, and other resources, head to wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can follow us on all the socials at Wine and Crime Pod. If you'd like to show your support and get access to all sorts of wine-fueled bonus content, check out our premium channel at wineandcrimepodcast.com/uncorked. Cheers!